Hello fam, it's your boy Glen Music, and as you can see from today's title, I'm going to be remastering my 4-year-old artwork in 4 days. And this artwork was a caricature which I made in 2021 of Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers from the movies The Friday 13th and The Halloween respectively. But something is going to be different today. I'm going to do it in my style, and also I'm going to give Jason that sack mask to go for a cold look. So stick with me, let's finish up. So on day one, my aim was to sketch and pose my characters, and my goal for this artwork was to finish this in 4 days. So I had 4 days. I started this artwork on the 28th, and I was supposed to finish on the 31st of October, since I wanted it to be a Halloween themed artwork, and it turned out quite good. So I want you to stick with me and let's follow this my video. So on day one, as I said, my goal was to finish the sketch and posing of the characters, which I did, but I didn't put in that much work on the first day because I was tied up, and that's what slowed me down quite a bit. So I started with Jason Voorhees, and as I said in the beginning of the video, this time I wanted to go with the sack mask and not go with the hockey mask of Jason, and because I felt that it would give maybe a deeper look into my artwork, so that's what I went with. So on day two, I just had to finish my line work and redraw over my sketches and to tidy up the lines and close them, because initially I had in mind to animate this piece also. So I separated all the parts which I wanted to move, and you are going to see that in my layers also. And on day three was the day I dedicated to detailing of my artwork. I started with the adding details to Jason's attire and shading the piece. I wanted to make the drawing and quite realistic, so I had to go in deep on the detailing quite a bit, but I slowed down the blood aspect. I didn't want to be shadow bound or anything, so I had to tone down the blood a bit, as you can see as I do Michael Myers' mask and the knife, also the blade. So day three, I just had in mind to polish the drawing up after coloring and add shading and give it a dark kind of tone, and detail the eyes, under the eyes some shadows. So and as you can see, I also try to add some depth on Jason's mask also, and give some detail in the blood. And okay, so I also detailed their weapons, Jason's pickaxe with the blood stains, and on his clothes too, and the sack. I also had to give it this look of it being breathable. So you see in the animation which I'll make at the end of this video, so stick with me. So we are not done yet, this is just day three. Okay, so I also had to make the background. I made it initially. I wanted it to be a full animation where the two characters come in front of a door and knock, but I had limited time since I wanted to finish on the 31st of October, sorry. And so I had to finish it up. So in the background I added the moon, the woods, and I used a gradient background to show fog and depth of field, if you get what I mean. So that's what I did on day three.
One eternity later.
So we finally have this, but we ain't done yet. And this is just a quick comparison of the old artwork and the new artwork. So now we are going to day 4, after I've already exported all the parts which I need for the animation. And as you can see on the background, I've exported the parts which I want to animate individually, as I said, since I layered them, so making the export easier. So now I've imported them into the After Effects app. I'm arranging every piece to animate. I started with Michael Myers' head movement and the hand and blade movement to show the motion of him swinging his blade quite a bit to taunt his victims. So weapons are also animated. Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees and bodies to give it that a breathing motion. So I used the pin puppets to do that and keyframe them. And so as you can see, I'm now done with the breathing. So now they move up and down. I also had to go to Jason's eyes to give it that blinking animation. So how I did that, so that I created 2 layers and used the liquify animation effect to keyframe the eyes. So I also masked the layer I forgot to make mention of the 2 eye layers which I made. So I masked the one under the first eye, and I used the liquify on the top layer of the eye to give it that blinking animation with a brush too. So I'm now done with that. I also moved to the breathing of Jason in his mask, so you can see the mask moves when he breathes, and also I also animated his pickaxe also. And you can also notice I'm moving the clouds and the twigs and branches of the trees to bring the background to life. So I also did that with the puppets to animate the twigs and branches around. I also moved the clouds and to show to create that effect of rain coming, and added the thunder sound, also lightning, which you see and hear at the end of the animation. Okay, so finally I'm now done with the animation, and I had to bring it to life. Initially I wanted to make it an animation where these 2 characters appear in front of a door and they knock, and the lady comes to the door and asks who is there, and she peeps and sees these characters. That's why I started with the fish eye effect. I also animated that and keyframed that. So we are done. And guys, let me know whether you enjoyed this my drawing and animation session. And if this is your first time, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video, and catch you up in the next. And remember to stay cool always. Skr skr.